I'm going to open the file we worked or we completed last week, this one. And now I'm going to create this section perspective because I think this is the best way to understand the building, how we can create a section perspective. And I think this building is more interesting looking at this section than the other one, or maybe not. Well, I'm not sure. Let's try two different options and then we will decide. Um, I'm going to open the 3D view, this one. So here we have a lot of information. Make sure that you complete all the walls because if we take the section, we have to complete the walls. We are not done with this, so probably next Thursday I will explain either that detail here or that detail, or maybe both, I don't know, depending on the time. But now we have to work with the section. So first I want to duplicate this perspective. And let's rename it. I don't know, 3D section 1. And I want to select the kind of perspective where I want to work with. So I will activate the section box. And this can be the first one. If we move like this, and then we select the back view, and then we select the perspective. Okay. This is not bad. We can work with this one, or we can work with, I'm going to duplicate this, rename, and that would be 3D section 2. And now we can work with section box. Perspective. Well, I don't know, both are nice to start working with this. I don't know, up to you. I'm going to work with this because well, I think this is more interesting, but this is not that either. Anyway, so let's work with this one. Um, but I appreciate that you try something different that I'm trying here. So if you think that the other section is better, go ahead. Don't worry. I'm going to hide this in view, and I don't want to show the levels. I want just to show this. We have to complete this. We have to complete the the drawing. So we might need something here and there. Okay, so make sure that you complete it. I want to hide this category. Yeah. And I want to work with the crop view. Mhm. Yep. So the first thing we have to do here inside, we have to hide the the structure, so we can extend this, and then we should copy all these walls here. I don't want to copy the footings, any of this, and I don't want to copy that, and I don't want to copy this. And now I have to activate the original now. One, show. Oh, well, apparently I deleted the original wall and I have to do it again. Okay, you can go to level 12, and we can, yeah, so we have to copy the wall, but apparently on level 12 we don't have it, so we have to do it again. So let's go to architecture wall. This is the basketball wall 1, and then I have to go from this point to this point, and now I have to align this and this, and on this 3D section it should be here. Yeah. Okay, but now you have to adjust this to the level 24, and we have to divide it in parts, and we need to show this. We move it down, we move this down. Okay, and now you have to work with the other one. I'm not going to do it, but you have to complete all the walls here so that the section is completed. You can open windows, whatever, but make sure that we complete this side wall and this side wall. So we have selected that, and now to make this, we can explore graphic options. Before, I want to work with the soil here, with the earth, because yeah, we need to extend the earth there. How can we do that? Okay, on the 3D view, don't remember this. Okay, we are working with letters, so it will be as of on this 3D view. We can create another component, model in place, that will be the topography. And we can create extrusion on grid D. Like this. There you go. I just want to create this topography so that in this section, we see the topography here. So we can unhide the section box. Yeah, and now, because I want to extend the building to the, at least this side, I want to extend it. And then I can copy on this section. I'm going to copy this topography here. And now on this section, I do have, yeah. Hide the section box. And this is it. You can always use, I don't know if I have explained you this or you know, you have heard of this tool here. We have this wheel. So we have the full navigation wheel. And by using this full navigation wheel, we can always work with the camera. The focal length makes the perspective be more or we can change the level of the camera. Well, anyway, you can use this wheel. It's useful, especially when we have perspectives. By increasing this focal length, it will change the view. This view, it's not changing, but in other views, it will make a difference. So you can explore it, all the options that you have with all these navigation wheel. Okay. Anyway, what I want now is to try different visibility options to make the drawing more, well, more appealing or nicer, or I don't know, to make it different. And I want to print different versions, and then I'm not going to use Photoshop, I'm going to use this Photopia online editor, which is for free. Some of you told me that you were using this, and I think it's a good option. So you don't need the Photoshop in the event that you have trouble downloading the official version of Photoshop. You can use this because I think it's almost the same. Maybe there's something that it's different, but 90% of the features or the options are the same. So we're going to use this. But before, I want to try something different. Okay, so I'm going to work with the sun settings. With the sun settings, I'm going to use a single day and apply. I'm going to cast shadows. Okay, so that shadow, those shadows are terrible. So probably I have to change the timing. Let's make it earlier. Oh, and I have to change the north. I don't know. I thought I had done it. Okay. If I didn't do it, I'm going to do it now. So I will change the true north because we know that the openings on this roof, they have to be north oriented. And now if we look at the sun path, it's not north oriented. Okay, so this is east and it should be north. So I'm going to work with Project North. I change to True North, then manage. Here in project locate, no, here I have to, yeah, I have to rotate the True North. I place the center here. And now I always make a mistake. I think going this way, I will rotate 90 degrees the north. No, I think I did it. Yeah, so now the north, it has to be oriented to this side. Now I change to Project North. And yeah, the north is here. And if I change the section, now, yeah, I'm going to change the sun settings. And maybe it's the other way around now in the afternoon. Will work well. Sun path, sun settings, apply, or maybe it's in the morning. Single day. I want to cast shadows. So what's going on? Okay. So we don't have any sun here. Sun settings. Let's make it today, March the 30th. Still. And apply. Okay, that's better. Yep. Too much. Okay, I like the shadows now. And I don't want the sun path. I want the shadows. And now those shadows are good because I see the lights and shadows here and it looks nicer. So what else can we do? I have to explore these graphic display options. This is the consistent colors. It's too dark, so I will make it right there. And now I can I'm going to print different options. So I will print as a PDF. Let's take the preview. Okay, so I'm going to print different options so that I can use these options in Photoshop or in this Photopia, and I will try to create something nicer with it. Okay, so let's print it, and I can print section 1. And now using the same view, it's very important that we use the same view so we can lock it, lock view. Okay, so now we make sure that we can zoom in and zoom out, but the camera doesn't change. And if we try to rotate it, it doesn't change. Okay, I have locked the view because it's very important that all the views they have the same orientation. And now I'm going to explore different things. So I will use the hidden. Okay. And print it. Section 2. And now I'm going to try the shaded, the realistic, but I want to try realistic without showing edges. Section 3. And I think if I try this, but I work with visibility graphics and I make the cut patterns for floors. Black. Roofs, walls, and topography. I have the roof here. The topography here. And the walls. We apply. So now we have this black section, but why isn't it? Oh, because this is parts. Okay, we can fix it later. And then we can do this without any shadows. Just I don't know why. Right back to view, cut patterns, solid, black. And what about the rest? Filter. Cards and floors. Okay. There you go. Graphic options. The line. Okay. So now without any shadows, I can print it. And that would be section 4. I don't know what I'm going to do, so that's why I'm exploring different options, because I don't know what view or what option would be the best. Okay. And now I do have all the PDF drawings here. It's important that all PDFs are the same scale. We have different options, or different graphic options, and probably by combining them, we will end up doing something better. Okay, so let's try. And now we're going to open this one. And I want to drag all these sections. Can I do it at the same time? Yeah. Oh. Oh. This is a bitmap. This is a bitmap. And well, now we can find out why Photoshop is worth the money we pay for. Because here, when you drag this, you have created like 4 different drawings. Okay. This is not a big issue because we can always merge down. And now there's only 1 drawing. The problem is here. Here, we have to merge all these layers. Merge. Can we flatten image? Yeah. Okay. By doing this, we have merged everything on the same. Well, this doesn't happen in Photoshop. So we have to merge everything. And for this one, we have to merge everything. And now what do I want to do? I want to copy and paste all these layers on the same file. So I can select the section 1. And now I can select all these bitmap, Control-C, Control-V. And now I want to do the same with this one. Now this one. Okay. So now in this first drawing, I have different layers with different graphics. And then I can merge them and I can do something good with them. I don't need this anymore. So I close it. Okay. And okay. Because here in that drawing, I do have all the layers I need. Do I have all the layers I need, or? What's the difference between this one and that one? Yeah. I think I did something wrong, but no problem because I can do it again. Yeah, I want this one. and I don't have it. No. So I'm going to do it again. Okay, now I've got this. This. Okay, good. What do I want now? I don't know. If I place this one on top, now I have these black lines. And maybe this is something that I want. We are not talking about materials here, by the way. We should have this black as well. Okay, if there's a mistake, try to fix it. But I want this to be black. Okay, in this case, I don't like it because, well, we are not talking about layers now. We are not talking about materials. Probably we are talking about space. I can always use the eraser tool, and by using the brush and the size of the brush and the opacity, I'm going to change the opacity. So as you can see, I can, if I make it soft, yeah, I can make some improvements by doing this. Okay. What else can I do? Well, I like this without lines, but I want to keep the black elements. So I can select this layer. I can use the magic wand, and I want to keep these black colors. Oh, yeah. So now I can delete. Oh, rasterize and delete. No. Select inverse. Yeah, I wanted to keep this black section, but I wanted to delete the lines because I think this is nicer, in my opinion. You can do whatever you feel like. Okay. Okay, so by controlling different layers, you can end up having something better than the original drawing. drawing than any better than any of the original drawings. Yeah, I think this is better now. And now we have to control this because all this has to be black. So I'm going to make it bucket. There you go. Okay, so I like this view now. And now I want to work with this strategy. So what are the strategies? We have sun, we have wind, or we have ventilation, and then we can have mechanical systems, or we can have PV panels, or well, we can have different options to work with this. So first, I want to show you some examples. Okay, so if you look at pictures like this, so we have sun in December, in June, we have the wind. If we create like, if the wind blows from this direction and we create, and we are talking about summer, if the temperature is too hot here, if it's winter, forget about natural ventilation, we will need mechanical ventilation. But if it's summer and it's hot outside and we have like a swimming pool or a pond, something with water and something with trees or grass, and then I lead the air to the building, then I think I can do something good in terms of natural ventilation. So that always works. So that's why I wanted to include this part of the building, because I want to do something like this. But if you look at these kind of pictures, we always have the sun and we always have the natural ventilation. And we have green areas. It can be inside the building in this case, or it can be outside the building like this one. And then we can have different elements. We will work about, or we'll work with this. But if you look at these different examples of this kind of analysis, it's always the same: sun, wind, and trees and water. If we work with these four elements, sun, wind, or air, water, and green areas, this is what this kind of sustainable architecture is about. Well, I like this building, okay, because this is the same idea we are having with that sawtooth roof. Okay, so you see that we have this roof here, and we are having this natural light from the north. So we don't have a glare problem here. And if you look at this is a basketball court, and it's the same concept. Same, okay, so we are getting a natural light from the north, so that we are not bothered by the sunlight. We have natural light, but it's not direct sun. So that's the kind of thing that we have to do. And well, I like the materials, I like the wood, and well, that could be the idea of what we are doing. But we have to work with this, and we have to work with all these features. We can integrate active and passive measures. And this is a challenge, especially for architecture nowadays, because we have to convey the idea that we are integrating all these strategies. So it's always sun, it's always water, green, and the wind. So what can we do with our building? Where is it? Here. Well, we can also convey the idea of what this building is about. This is a basketball court. And people is important, because people will cause probably overheating in this building, and then we have to get rid of this heat. So we can always Google sport zero. but I want PNG. Okay, so if this is a basketball court, we can select all these. It's good selecting these PNG files because, as you can see here, we don't have any background. So we import just the silhouette. So you save image, and you can create your own library. So that's another interesting thing that you should learn from this course, that if you create your own library of trees, silhouettes, next time would be much easier. And then you have to save your library in a place in which you can find it, which I didn't. Okay, so I have people here. Yeah, so I have saved a few examples here. Okay, and now if you have saved this, people, now I can drag this file directly here. And as you can see, it doesn't have a background. Okay, so it's this PNG format is quite convenient because you only have to give this guy the right size. Okay, and now we can insert another one like this. Okay, you can keep on inserting people because the activity we're practicing in this building is relevant when it comes to analyzing the thermal performance and the strategies that we need for this. Well, I always like to merge, just rasterize and merge layers, and you can have a layer of people, because if you keep on adding people, it will be a mess because you will have thousands of layers. Okay, so I think if you have these layer people, then you can, because the people is not the most important thing, and then we can copy multiple. We can transform, flip vertically, edit, transform, flip vertical, no, flip horizontally. Joder. It's edit, transform, flip horizontally. Okay, so we can have different people here. Well, a lot of balls, but anyway. And now when I'm done with the people, I can merge layers and have all these people on the same layer. Okay, so this is the people here. What else do I need here? Somehow I need the sun. So if I need the sun and I need the wind, okay, I think here we have custom shapes. So what kind of shapes do we have here? Loading, okay. So here we have all the shapes that we have by default. I'm looking for arrows. Do I find an arrow that I like? No, not really. Okay, so I can always arrow silhouette PNG. No, shopping, no, I want it for free. And now here I have thousands of options. It's difficult. Okay, I think I can do something with this one. I have arrows here. So now I open the arrows. I've got this. And now I want to insert those ones here. They are too big. Okay, so which one is the, I think this is, I'm going to get rid of this one. I always have to rasterize layers. And I have this arrow now. But if this is sun, I want to turn this into something yellowish. Okay. Okay. Well, Photoshop is better. I'm finding out. So this is not bad, especially because it's for free. But I don't know, maybe because I'm used to Photoshop, it's better. So that can be the arrow sun in summer, but in winter it's gonna be different because of the sun angle. So in winter we can have something transform, rotate. Yeah, something like this. Right. And probably in summer, it can be, joder. It can be more vertical. And then you can justify the shape of this roof because probably you would like to place PV panels on that roof, making the most of the angle here. So that you can, so that's another strategy that we can have. We can place PV panels here. Then we would need to place some text. And now this text is June 21st. This is the sun angle. And here, this can be December the 21st. And if we want to make it more explicit, summer and winter. I'm not happy with these arrows. I know you can make it better, but just to have an idea, we can do this. And then now we need the wind. We need the wind, and imagine that the wind is coming from the south side. This is placed in Boston in theory. So in Boston, in summer, the wind comes from the south. So the southern wind is warmer than the northern one. Okay, so in winter it usually comes from the north. In summer it usually comes from the south. So we need to cool down this warm wind that comes from the south in this kind of in Boston. So how can we do this? That's why we needed the trees. So I have downloaded some trees, and let's try this one. Let's make it smaller. And we can rasterize, insert another layer. Then we can copy this. We can make it smaller. Okay, so that's the idea. The idea is that we have the southern wind, and then we cool down this wind. We can use a pond or a water pool here. So we can use this. So this can be water. And now we have to convey the idea that the wind is coming here. It's entering the building. There are people practicing sports here. So this air will warm up, and then it will go up, and we will get rid of this by natural ventilation, opening this something here at this curtain wall. And this is a good strategy. Okay, so we can insert or we can let a cool wind enter the building. Then we have an activity practicing here. We have a lot of people. The air warms up, tends to go up, and then there are openings here. In summer, there are openings, and we get rid of the air in this direction. Okay, so we can do this with the pen. And here we have two options, path and shape. Shape will work better. We can do this, so that can be 10 pixels. Let's see, I don't know. But so what do we want? We want air to go through this because of the shade of these trees and because of the water. We enter that air in the building. Okay, now I don't want to fill. I want the color here. Let's work with red. And I want a dash. So is it working here? Okay, kind of. So we have this shape here. We have created a new layer. And now I want to edit this layer. So I want to rasterize again, layer. And now if once the layer is rasterized, is this shape one, and I do this, now I have selected . Okay, I have to select the shape. I have to create this, and then I click move. Yeah, and now only the lines are selected. So I want to convey the idea that the air at the beginning is like warm, and then it cools down when it goes through the shaded area and the water. How can I do that? I think if I use the gradient tool, and it goes from okay, I want to go from the front color to the background color, and the background color has to be reddish. Okay, so now I have blue and red. I have this gradient here, and if this software is good enough, we can have a gradient. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so the air is warm here, passes through the shaded area, the water, and enters the building as uh, something cooler than it was at the beginning. Then, because of these people practicing sports, I can do the other, like, where is it? Pen, and then it can go in this direction. No fill, okay. This is shape 2, rasterize. Uh, Now I select shape 2, I select everything, and I move it. Yep, and I want the other way around. So this cool air is warming up, and it tends to go up, and it exit the building. So I have to do another gradient from this point to that point. There you go. If we can give the idea that the air is warming up because of people practicing sports here. Yeah, this is what happens. Okay. This is very basic. I mean, we have warm air, we cool down the air, we have openings here, so the air enters the building where the people, because we don't have people here, so there is no point of having openings here to let the air enter, because we have to go from the first floor or even from the basement, and then the air, the cool air warms up here because of the activity of the people. It warms up and then tends to go up, and we have openings here. So this is the natural flow of air. Okay, so this is what the air would do. Probably we need to help that air do this, and we have to, well, we have openings strategically placed, and probably we would need fans uh, to do this. Okay, but that's the idea. We have trees, we have water, we have air for natural ventilation, and then we have the sun. And we have this kind of roof because we don't want direct sun from the south. And making the most of this slope, we can place PV panels here so that we can generate electricity. Okay, so we can uh, people. No, I don't want this. I want this one. well, it's not clear enough. If something is not clear, you can always use the text. And we can write here PV panels. Okay, so those are the basic elements. We have the sun, the summer sun, the winter sun. We have the idea that the angle of the sun is different in winter and in summer. We have the idea that we have the roof this way because we want to generate electricity. So that's why we are sloping. We make the most of that slope so that we can receive sun in the roof. Then we have the air. So somehow we need to cool down this air because of the water and because of the shaded area here. And then the air will warm up in this inside the room, and it will go up because of the openings we have here. This is the basic idea, and we can make it better. I want to crop. Crop is not working. I don't know why. Anyway, when you are done with this, then you can flatten. Okay, now the crop is working now. And you can insert this on the Revit file. We can create a new one. And well, according to the example, I wanted to midterm. Yeah. So first we need this schematics view of the sun path, and then we need to insert this. Well, we can try something better, but at least I want this layout. We can always save this, export as JPG, high quality. Save. Shown folder. It's here. Or I can place it here. Yeah, when we have a black element like this, when we have the soil, I think it's always better having this at the bottom of the page or the document we are creating, because it's like it's heavier. Okay, so this dark color is heavier than this light color. So I think that works better than having this up here. I think so. And now we have to place here the, we can work with 3D, with the 3D view. Okay, we have this here. This is the, okay, those points here are the analytic model. I want to hide this. And now we need to work with the sun. So we have to select the view. I'm going to copy or duplicate and rename, what is it? Rename. This can be sun path winter. So in this sun path winter, I don't need the topography. I don't need the levels. I do need the sun path. And I have to select a nice view for this. I want to show the crop region. And now the crop region is important because I'm going to copy, once I have decided the view that I want, I will copy the view and the amount of information. Those drawings are going to be quite small. So let's make them hidden or shaded, but graphic display. I will cast shadows. And I think I will hide the edges. Okay. So the first thing, this should be the spring equinox that falls on March the 21st, kind of. And oh, this is the sun path in winter. No, it's 12, 21st, 21st, December. Okay, this is December. So I like this because I have this shadow and this is the sun path. Okay, now I copy or duplicate. This is sun path, rename. Sun path, spring. And this is March. Okay, and finally I want the sun path duplicate. No, duplicate, no, I want to rename. Rename. Sun path summer. And that would be in June. Okay. And now I can go to the and I can drag the spring sun path. It's too big, so let's make it 1/16. Now the sun path in summer, again too big. I think they're still too big. 364. Yeah. And finally, the sun path in winter. Here, 364. And I think we can delete this one. No, we can hide. Hmm? Okay. Uh, so there you go. And even, I don't know, I like those drawings. And if I create the cover page, rename, I don't know, maybe the this option is good for the cover page because there are a lot of details and you have the sun and the sun path. I don't know, you can try. For this one, we can try different options because if you analyze the sun settings, if we select multi-day and 1 year solar study and we apply, we have this like the sun path here. I don't know if it's confusing or not. Maybe it is. Well, I don't know. You can explore different things, but well, I like this picture because yeah, we have a lot of details here, and because the model is good, and then we have this for the cover page. Well, I don't know. The cover page is up to you, but you have to select something that it's appealing because it's the first contact with your project. Okay, so you can have this and then different things, but make sure that the cover page it's something that catches the eye. Maybe the other view is better. No, I think this view it's better.